Hey everybody, the following is an excerpt from the monthly Rahdo Roundup, and if you'd like to see the rest of the roundup, you can hit that eye up in the top right corner of the screen, or if you'd like to know more about the game, you can follow the link down in the show notes. And with that out of the way, let's talk about Sparks. Now, this is a new game from Christian Osby, who I have mentioned many times in the past. Even in this very roundup, is one of my favorite designers of all time because of all the great games he's done. He often teams up with designers. He's never teamed up with Adrian Adamescu, who is one half of the design team behind the brilliant Sagrada. So, and not for nothing, I should mention Florin Perluka and Kjell Svensson. I don't know them, but it's the four of them who worked on this design. But really, I was coming in for Christian and Adrian because I wanted to see what they came up with. Plus, I really love the subject matter of players running a robot building factory and drafting dice to use them either to upgrade our factory. I don't think there's any pictures here, are there? Other than the back of the box. Yep, there's just the back of the box. So we're just going to have to use the back of the box. Basically, on your turn, surely somebody must have done a video of it. Yeah, because that's not going to be good enough. Let's come over to the videos. Has anybody played this thing yet? Yes, they have. All right, okay. Here, let's go. She's a nice lady who's done a video in French and English. Okay. I do not know her, but I need to... Right, Alice, thank you. What is this channel? In case people want to check her out, I'm just going to go over here to YouTube to look her up. I don't know how... Jackie Places Workers. Jacquot. I don't know how to pronounce Jacquot. Places Workers. Thank you. I'm going to say your friends call you Jackie, or at least your obnoxious American friends call you Jackie because they can't pronounce French words. Anyway, it looks like Jackie has played this. She's got some videos of it. Oh, wait. No, it looks like she's got the same pictures from the back of the box. All right. But you know what? She zoomed in on them. All right. Okay, if that's the best we got. Okay, hold on a second. I am just going to go to the publisher's website, Albion, and see. All right, I'm going to find something better than just a picture of the back of the box. Hold on. Oh my gosh, folks. Publisher Albion does not have a website or even a Facebook page that I can find. There's no video other than Jackie's, and she's just looking at the back of the box. So, okay, we're going to make do. Here we go. Let me just zoom in on this box. Here's a player board. That's too zoomed in. Let me zoom out a little bit. There we go. Okay, so here's a player board. And as you can see, this player is working on 3 different robots at any given time. That's the 3 you can be working on. What you're going to do is, at the beginning of the turn, if you're the lead player, you're going to play one of your tokens that says how many dice you can grab. You can grab 2, 3, or 4 dice, right? And so this player has already grabbed 3, 3, and 4, and they haven't played their 2 yet. Once you have grabbed 4 plus 3 plus 3 plus 2, so what is that? Once you have grabbed 12 dice, the game is over. And every round, so you're going to grab a certain number of dice, and you're going to use them either to try to finish the robots you're working on by either matching the correct numbers or colors or both. And when they're completed, they come over here to your completed pile where you're doing set collection of different colors of robots, but the robots also give you powers, like they can be energized with sparks to give you extra dice that you could place, or various and sundry things, or they give you one-time benefits or whatever it might be. So anyway, that's one of the things you can do with the dice you draft. Or the other thing you can do with the dice you draft is pump them into upgrades for your factory. This particular factory has been upgraded 1, 2, 3 times. You can see these extra tiles that have been placed out that either give you special powers you can use for the rest of the game, or ways you can manipulate the dice, all kinds of things. But you got to pump 3 dice, and the dice have to get progressively more valuable. The first time you want to upgrade, you're the 3 dice, the red, yellow, and blue you pump in have to be 5, but then 7, all the way up to 15. So you don't have very many dice, but you get these upgrades, those can be a great source of dice, or a great way to manipulate dice, or all kinds of things. So as you draft the dice, you're either using them to build the robots, which can give you other powers, or you're upgrading your factory to give you different powers. Oh, other upgrades you can do. You can put upgrades so that when you complete robots in a given, like this one. Hey, if I complete a yellow robot in this, in this factory, I could take one of the dice that I used and transfer it to another robot that I'm currently building. So that's a pretty big deal. deal so you could get more use out of the dice. And the game is full to the brim of really smart special powers. You start out without much, but after you build some robots, after you've gotten some upgrades, things really escalate and get very interesting. And also, I should say, every game you play, there are only 6 upgrade types available. They're chosen randomly, put over here in this depot. So every time you play, you're going to get a different collection of potential, a different combination of different upgrades you could have. Maybe you won't have any upgrades where you upgrade the slots, but there are ones that there are more that let you manipulate dice. Or actually, I should say, turn dice of your color into wilds in various ways. There's all kinds of replayability you get from all the different powers you can do. And the more robots you finish, the more powers you complete as well. Plus, there are these cute, adorable little anthropomorphized animal assistant cards you can get also. They're the most valuable. You start with one, and the most valuable thing you can do is unlock more of them throughout the game. And they could give you ways to score points at the end of the game, or they can help you, by giving you an ongoing special power. So they're really cool too. Now, all of this is driven by dice drafting. I mentioned that right up front. And remember, I mentioned what just happened. The red player is just played their 2. And you'll notice, hey, because they played their 2, they're going to take 2 of the available dice, and because they played the 2, and they're going to get a cog as well. Each one of these, if you played your 3, you get 3 dice from the supply, plus 2 more randomly. If you play your other 3, you get 3 dice, but you have more control. If you play your 4, grab 4 dice, and you can do rerolls. So every one of these things gets you a different number of dice with a different special power. So there's a lot of variety in figuring out what's the best way to go. But here's the trick. Because they played their 2, they're going to take 2 dice. But they just can't take any 2 dice they want. They have to take the 2 leftmost or the 2 rightmost. If they use their 4, they'd have to take the 4 leftmost or the 4 rightmost. And remember, as you're building your robots, you have very, very specific needs for what types of dice you want. Different colors, different numbers, etc. Or when you're upgrading, you have very specific needs. Plus, you can use cogs and you can turn dice into cogs. You can turn cogs into manipulations. You can do all kinds of stuff. So that's a big part of it as well. The restriction of knowing that, hey, I need to get a lot of dice. I need to get a lot, but if I use my 4, I could take these 4 or these 4, but I can't get that one and that one because they're on the opposite sides. I want both those yellows. I can't get both of them. Well, then maybe I should wait until there's a couple of yellows next to each other and use my 3 because, hey, I could get these 3 and then draw 2 more and maybe I'll get what I need. So there are decisions to play. Oh, and by the way, every time you finish building a robot, you move forward on the track associated with those robots, and each of these tracks have different bonuses you unlock as well that are, as part of the game as you move forward. So there's different bonuses you can get as you work your way up the track, plus different more points. The more, if you just really focus on yellow, you can make it all the way to the end and get a lot of points. But you get points for set collections of multiple colors at the end of the game as well. Okay, that's basically it, folks. Sorry, it would have been nice to actually have a video of this or some different pictures, but hopefully that gives you a pretty good idea. And I'm just telling you right now, Sparks is great. It's from one of my favorite designers of all time and another designer I respect quite a bit. And this is a fun, satisfying game. It's really, really sharp. I think the only thing that keeps it from being higher, well, there's 2 things. This has been the best game. This has been the best month of 2024 so far. The only reason this isn't higher is because there are other games that are even higher. There were just 8 games higher. But I really, really respect this game. I think it's a lot of fun. You get so much replayability every time with different combinations of stuff. Now, one thing I will say, it's not the first time you heard me say it is, it's good at 2, but it'll be better at more players. Because I didn't mention, once you use your chip and you pick what you're going to do, all other players get to take dice that are left over remaining, and then we refill. And so that gets very, very interesting. It's kind of like Space Base. Space Base, or Machikoro are better because, hey, when it's not my turn, when another player is the lead player and gets a big thing, I get a small thing. So the more often there are those small turns that you get to do because another player was the lead player, took the big thing, and then everybody gets the leftovers, that's a fun element. And as a 2-player game, it just only doesn't happen as much. So It's fine. There's nothing wrong with it. I mean, Space Base is beloved by players as a two-player game because it just means you are in more control. You get more opportunity. But I would have liked to see something done so that I have to get more. I have to make tougher decisions more often because I'm being the follower on more players' turns. That's really about my only complaint. Everything else about this game is super duper sharp, and I think it's going to be at its best as a higher player count game. But it works well as a two, and hey, it's got a solo mode, not for nothing as well. But anyway, that was number 9 of the month for me, Sparks. And thanks for watching, folks. If you enjoyed it, please like and subscribe. It makes a huge difference, believe me. But with that out of the way, if you'd like to see some more, over on the left, you can find a playlist of a whole bunch more Rahdo Rapid reviews. Up in the top right, there's the latest thing that's been added to the channel. And in the bottom right, you've got something YouTube recommends. Okay, folks, thanks for watching.